Cloudcast Media. Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show, amplifying the voices of social impact organizations, entrepreneurs, local nonprofits, and other community champions who shape the culture, creativity, and connectivity of San Diego. Brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union, bringing good things to San Diego for over 60 years. Learn more about what is good for you and good for all by visiting www.missionfed.com.
I'm Drew Schlosberg at Cloudcast Media, and we are always pleased to have this person in the studio with us. Sharlene O'Keefe is the Executive Director of Poway OnStage, and anybody who's been to that beautiful performing arts venue up at Poway High School knows what I'm chatting about, and we get to chat about their new season that is going to be hitting in the fall. Charlene, how are you doing?
I am good. Good morning. It's so nice to be here.
It is so good. You always have such great content, and we'll be joined by my colleague. He is the producer of the Spotlight on the Community Show, and he's also the co-founder and CEO of Treasure Hacks, and that is Brandon Joe. So I'll just get right in on this. How long have you been at Poway OnStage?
So I've been at Poway OnStage for 11 years.
Right.
I've been executive director now for 2, previously director of education.
Right.
So it's been a wild ride the past 2 years, having lots of fun, bringing great programming to the community.
You bring great programming, you bring great education, you bring great VAPA and everything that's in between on this. And I can tell you firsthand, I've been honored to be able to go to some of these performances that over the years, and you bring just the top of top talent and all this. Talk about your venue, though. What I love about it is people think it's in the far reaches of, Appalachia, for God's sake. It is easy to get to, plenty of parking. The acoustics are amazing. Talk about the venue.
It is. So the City of Poway owns and operates the Poway Center for the Performing Arts. We are the nonprofit that handles the programming of the Professional Performance Series and the Arts and Education Initiative. And we are thrilled every time we get to step on that stage and utilize the professional staff that the city provides for us in tech and box office. And it's always fun to sit in the lobby and watch the doors as people walk in, because you can tell the people that are walking in for the first time because they have this sense of awe on their face, because they don't expect this beautiful gem of a performing arts center in the middle of Poway, or actually the corner of Poway.
And the corner of Poway, right? And it is. The acoustics are just phenomenal. The performances are always rich. Everyone's got a smile on their face from the time they walk in this area. Have you been there before, Brandon?
I have not.
Yeah, you need to make a trip, out there. How would the last year do? Did you have a good year, 2023-24?
We had a really great year last year. It was the first season that I had programmed all of the performances,
Sure.
so it has a special place in my heart.
Right.
But rebounding from the pandemic, a lot of arts organizations are still struggling. So we feel extremely honored that our patrons came back in force. We have an average of about 85% full houses, which is industry-wide is a really great accomplishment. So we've spent a lot of time this past year building our community of patrons and subscribers and donors, and it's really building into a nice community.
Absolutely. Before I turn it over to Brandon, I know he wants to go through some of the 2024-25 lineup, but talk about how important, which is in your bread and butter and your core and all that, working with arts in the schools.
The arts and education program is again something that I was director of education for several years for Poway OnStage, and we really take pride in our ability to work with Poway Unified School District, but also several surrounding school districts. Now we do bus-in student matinee performances where students can come to the theater for the first time, most of the time, and have a positive experience and just be, in awe of what they're seeing on stage. So we do 4 to 5 bus-in performances a year. We have a virtual performance curriculum that reaches over 100,000 students in San Diego County. Wow. And then we do workshops and professional learning opportunities with some of the traveling artists that are coming through. So
No, it's all top notch. Brendan?
I'm super curious. Educate me on the education of Poway OnStage, because you mentioned that it's you bus in people, you have workshops, but like, let's get a little nitty gritty. Like, what does this really look like?
Yeah. So we use our professional performance series to leverage unique opportunities for school kids. So it's different than some organizations that are going in and teaching a weekly art class or a weekly dance class to students. This is really sort of bringing the students to the professional world of the performing arts. And so to bring the students in, we bus them in, we give them discounted tickets. A lot of times things are grant funded, so it's free for our Title I schools. We provide transportation scholarships when people need them. And it's really an opportunity to open their eyes to the world of performing arts. It comes with study guides. A lot of times they can do workshops in their class afterwards with local artists. So it's really giving them a quick overview of the power of the performing arts. We also have what we call partner schools. So we have several schools around the county that bring every one of their students to a live performance every school year. And so we're starting to change the culture of the school in the creative culture, if you will, of the school with these shared experiences where the entire fourth grade gets to come see a show. And then the next month, the entire third grade comes to see the show. And, you get those
That's really cool.
Those families that, what is this student going to do? What are they going to get to see this year? So it really starts building that excitement. As Drew often says, students don't go to school to do math worksheets.
That's a totally fair point.
Well, and the point is they can learn about math through the performances.
That's true.
How do you build a studio? What's the stage look like? How do you design it? Not even talking about the instruments themselves. Music and math are hand in hand and all that. So there's so much great stuff with that. We're chatting with Sharlene O'Keefe. She's the Executive Director of Poway OnStage. I'm Drew Schlosberg. As you've been listening to another edition of Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show, we are the nation's longest running community podcast, now in our 18th year, brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union for 6 decades, just doing great things in our region, joined by my co-host and the producer of Spotlight in the Community, Brandon Joe. Let's get right to it. So let's talk about the lineup coming up for 2024-25. You're very excited about it.
We are very excited about it. So this season is our 35th anniversary season.
Congratulations.
Thank you. We have some very special programming. First off, I won't start in chronological order because we are bringing our 35th anniversary gala back. We have not done an in-person fundraiser since COVID. And so this is the first time that we are going to be doing a large fundraising gala. And we have Kristen Chenoweth performing for us.
Oh my goodness. We'll be at the Poway OnStage venue.
So,
right.
So she will be at the Poway Center for the Performing Arts on October 12th. And there's a lot of excitement around this just because of her star power. She did perform at our theater in 2001. And so I thought it was a fitting way to, honor her rise to stardom and all the special things that she has done alongside our rise and all the special things that we have done. So we're really looking forward to that. We've created an opportunity for Poway Unified School District. So they will be pulling together an all-district choir who will get to rehearse and perform a song with her on stage. So that's an example of how we like to leverage our professional performances. To be able to be a high school senior who's studying vocal performance and have an opportunity to work and perform with Kristen Chenoweth is potentially life-changing. So
no, I think that's terrific. And what else do you have on the docket? You start September 14th.
We start September 14th with Wild West, which is a tribute band that is celebrating the female voices of country music. So you'll hear Shania Twain, Carrie Underwood, Martina McBride, The Chicks, Sarah Evans, Leanne Womack, and many, many more.
Yeah. And I will tell you firsthand, because I'm old and feeble, I can't remember the exact name of it, but I saw, you celebrating the sounds of Cher and Madonna. Was Madonna in that one?
Yes.
Also,
Yep.
right. Talk about that. And that was the last performance, I think, of last year.
Yeah, that's what closed our season last year, and it was a show called Material Girls, and it was super fun. It was Madonna, Cher, Lady Gaga, and Adele.
It was great.
It was a packed house of people just, really, really enjoying pop music.
Right.
So we kind of expect the same thing in this show opening our season. We're partnering with the Poway Rodeo is sponsoring the event.
Nice.
And so we will have a kickoff party on the plaza beforehand. So we'll have artisan vendors, food, some line dancing, and just sort of kicking off the season in style.
Okay, what's after that one?
What's after that is a wonderful band called Naturally Seven. And they've performed for us before. They're an a cappella group, but they're a little bit different because each member of the band represents a different instrument. So they actually have somebody on stage who is the trumpet. And they have a portion of their show where they stop and they introduce each of the instruments. And if you close your eyes, you could not tell that person was not actually playing a trumpet.
Really?
It is amazing.
That's so cool.
They have someone, it's kind of like people say, oh, is it like beatboxing? And it is, except that you're doing a trumpet and a saxophone and the drums and all of these instrumentation.
Holy hell.
It is really, really cool. They are an amazing group. When we had them before, they did an outreach workshop with a middle school choir. And they just, did a really great job working with the kids. This show is called At the Movies. So all of the songs will be from a variety of different movies. So we're really, really looking forward to having them back on stage in September. That's Saturday, September 21st.
Right, exactly. Now, have you moved your times to 7:30?
We have. So historically,
it's a great move, by the way. Can I just tell you that?
I tell you, everybody was thrilled with that. So we used to always start our shows at 8 p.m.
Right.
And we had a lot of folks who couldn't make it to the end of the show because they were just, a little tired. And so we've moved all of our evening shows to 7:30, and we've had great response. People just love that. Still gives you time to go out to dinner. Our bar opens at 6:30 with a happy half hour, so you can come and get a happy hour drink and then enjoy the show at 7:30.
Yeah, without question. We come back from a break. Sharlene O'Keefe, Executive Director of Poway OnStage, will go through the other shows that are going to be happening 2024-25. You can always see it on the website too, and so forth. And this will be the first of a variety of shows. We always get Sharlene back on in the fall and in around Christmas time as well. We can't talk really enough about all the great work that they're doing, and especially working with the students in the county as well. I'm Drew Schlosberg. You're listening to our edition of Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show, and we will be right back.
When you do your banking with Mission Fed, you get great rates on auto and home loans. That's good for you, but something good also happens for a lot of other people. We're not for profit, so we put money back into the community to help lots of great nonprofits to keep San Diego strong. So you're not just getting something good, you're doing something good. Come to Mission Fed. It's banking that's good for all.
Brand amplification is the DNA of Cloudcast Media, and our code is the powerful blending of sound, voice, and storytelling to lift local brands and their communities. Whether it is our Brandcast, Schoolcast, or Causecast platforms, the unifying ethos is all about this community, the one you call home. If you dare to dream and want to explore the brand amplification of Cloudcast, a national leader in local podcasting and other Winfluence strategies, please visit us at cloudcast.us.
I'm Drew Schlosberg of Cloudcast Media, and listening to another edition of Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show. We are brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union for 6 decades, just doing great things in San Diego County. We are joined by Sharlene O'Keefe, the Executive Director of the very cool Poway OnStage. They have performances, professional performances. They do arts and education. They do everything in between as well, joined by my co-host, Brandon Joe. He is a producer of the Spotlight Show, and is also an entrepreneur at a young age. He is the co-founder and CEO of Treasure Hacks. We were talking about the 2024-25 season over here. What you got going on October 6th?
Yeah, October 6th, we are bringing a show called Eternamente, Dia de los Muertos Spectacular. And this will be potentially the largest show that we've had on our stage. A full ballet folklorico company and mariachi band will be on the stage celebrating Dia de los Muertos, and this will be our first. This will be our first bus-in assembly that we'll be doing.
Oh, really?
For the school year. So we will have this show is on a Sunday at 2 p.m. and the following Monday we will have 2 performances for the school kids. So
cool.
It's really, really exciting. So we're excited to have them on Sunday, October 6th.
Now you're bringing in somebody that I sort of grew up with. He's older than me. Let's go on record over here saying that. But anyone who was a child of the 60s, like I was, knows about Frankie Avalon and all the beach movies, and you're bringing him back.
We are bringing him back on November 2nd. So we are very excited. The number one question that I get is it the real Frankie Avalon? And it is. I say the Frankie Avalon. So he is, in his 80s, early 80s now. But
remember the 80s now or the 60s of before, right?
Exactly. So I do have a friend who saw him perform last year, who presented him last year and said he is just still a sweetheart,
wow,
a powerhouse. He runs his show. He's super charismatic. The stories that he tells on stage are just heartwarming, and he still sounds great. So we're very excited to be presenting him in November.
Right, and you got a Rocky Mountain Christmas show coming up in December.
We do. So this artist, his name is Jim Curry, and he is the voice of John Denver on the CBS special. And he does a beautiful job of bringing the classic John Denver classics as well as the Christmas classics. So we're really looking forward to that show. And that is Saturday, December 7th.
Right. And then right after that in January, you got the Peking Acrobats. Is that right?
Yes, the Peking Acrobats. So this is the first time that they will be on our stage. We're super excited. It's about a week before the Lunar New Year. So we'll be doing Lunar New Year's celebration there. Again, we will be doing 2 bus-in performances for the students on Friday morning. So they will get an opportunity to see a shortened version of the public performance. The student matinees are about an hour. And so, the school teachers are super excited about that one as well.
Right. And for those folks who like gospel and blues, this is a can't-miss group on February 23rd.
Yes, February 23rd, we have the Blind Boys of Alabama. So they really are recognized worldwide as living legends of Americana, roots, gospel. They just are a powerhouse group, super fun. And we are pairing them with a vocalist named Shamika Copeland, who is just amazing.
She's huge.
Yeah, she is really, really great. So she will do the first half of the show, and the Blind Boys of Alabama will do the second half. So we expect this to be a really great evening of blues and gospel.
Brandon, are you a music guy?
A music guy? Oh, I'm a huge music guy.
Really?
And I've been digging into blues music for the longest time. It's so... because I'm very much like a feeling type person, and that's why I also love the arts. And I used to attend plays a lot before I got like completely bodied by school.
Right.
But it's something different. It's something that you really feel.
Yeah, and with the Blind Boys and Shamika, you will sit in the audience and you will feel every note of their performance. So we're really looking forward to that.
That's great.
23rd. Okay.
February 23rd.
What is Pete the Cat?
Pete the Cat. So I'm pretty sure that anyone under the age of 7 right now is absolutely wondering how you cannot know who Pete the Cat is. So this is a musical that we're bringing on March 15th, and it is based on the Pete the Cat books. So there's a series of books that is written, and they are very popular with the younger kids. So this is really appropriate for pre-K to about 4th, 5th grade is the target audience for this. So this is really will be a lot of parents with their kids, or grandparents like to bring their grandkids to this show, and it's super fun. It's a touring production. It's a full musical, and it will be a lot of fun. Again, this is on a Saturday. The Friday before, we will have 2 bus-in assemblies for the school kids. So we expect to get a lot of our littler ones, kinders, first, seconds, to come to this show.
Good. So, Sharlene, I'm going to swear you to secrecy because you cannot tell my daughter, who's a 4th grade teacher in the Poway School District, that I didn't know who Pete the Cat was.
Oh, I'm telling.
Okay.
I'm telling. I am telling.
You got something on me. Okay, all right. That's right. You can bribe me any way you'd like on that one.
Okay.
And this is something that I got to tell you, if you have not seen this, and if I'm looking at this correctly, you have Back to the Garden playing back-to-back days. Is that correct?
We do.
Yeah. So it's on March 29th at 7:30 and March 30th at 4. If you've never heard Back to the Garden, these guys and gals are unbelievable. It's sort of the Poway OnStage band, but I mean they do other stuff as well. They're going to be doing something with the Beatles. I've heard them for Woodstock. I heard them for the Sounds of Laurel, Canyon, and everything in between on the Last Waltz.
Yep.
This is another cannot miss. Talk about it.
Absolutely. So Back to the Garden is definitely a favorite with our subscribers and, our audience. They really, I believe, can play any music to, just to the highest standard. So this show is called Beatles Alone Together. So it will be music from the Beatles together, and then it will be music from the solo careers as well. So they're sort of dubbing it as the concert that never was. So we're excited about that. And this is one of the first times that we have done back-to-back performances.
I hope this thing is so successful.
Yeah. So last year, they performed California Dreamin' was the show they did last year, and it sold out about 6 weeks prior to the performance. And so this was kind of our way of saying, well, obviously, people are loving it. Let's see how many tickets we can sell. So we have an evening performance on Saturday, and then we have a 4 p.m. Sunday matinee.
Yeah, and I will encourage people to, as soon as this stuff is, are tickets available now?
Tickets are not available now. We are in our subscription renewal period right now through July 2nd.
Okay.
And then July, technically, public on sale is July 13th, but if you're a member of our e-club, you get early access, and subscriptions for our e-club open on July 11th, and then single tickets on July 12th.
Yeah. I know my business colleague Charles Parisi will want to go to the Beatles on that day too. Fat Cat, April 11th.
Yes, Fat Cat Swinger. So this is a fantastically fun swing band for all ages. So they do a lot of work at the Disney theme parks. So they're really, really energetic. They bring so much energy to the stage, and they're really bringing your classic swing band and making it accessible for the next generation. So again, we expect this band to be very popular.
Yeah, I guarantee it'll be popular. And then what's the next hit musical?
Broadway's next hit musical. So we are really looking forward to this. It's a little bit different than the things that we present, but this is a fully improvised musical comedy and award show parody. So
cool.
It's all improvised. The first half is a parody on your typical awards show. So they introduce each of the actors who pulls a song title out of a fishbowl that the audience has put in suggestions of song titles, and they pick it out of the fishbowl and they read it and they present it. They sing a song. They sing the song title right there on the spot, as if it's being awarded one of these awards. And then the audience gets to choose at the intermission time which song title wins the best musical. And then they fully improvise the entire musical on stage in the second half of the show. So
how fun is that?
It is hilarious. I have seen a portion of their show, and these are top-notch artists, singers, dancers, and comedians. I mean, they are funny, super funny.
And then on May 31st, we've got Billy Nation doing some Billy Joel.
Yes. So this is a great way, again, to end our season on a high note. So Billy Nation is a local band, and they will be doing a tribute to Billy Nation. They performed a couple of songs at our sneak peek party that we do for our subscribers and donors, and they were an absolute hit. They were really, really great.
Right. And, one of the things we're chatting with Sharlene O'Keefe. She is the Executive Director of Poway OnStage. I'm Drew Schlosberg of Cloudcast Media. Listening to another edition of Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show, brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union. One of the things that I encourage our audience to do, go to Poway OnStage, website as soon as these tickets go on sale. I encourage you to grab them. I think I'm going to wait till the spring. You can wait till the spring. You won't be going to that show probably in this area. But you sometimes add shows during the year, do you not?
We sometimes do. It really depends on the calendar and what's available. But we, because we like to treat our artists as well as possible, we often will get artists calling us in the middle of the year and say, hey, I'm traveling through on this particular day.
Right.
And if we are available to do that, we do sometimes add shows.
Yeah, and those are great shows. Well, Sharlene, it's always good seeing you. Thanks for coming in. I know you're always drinking out of a fire hose. You got a very, very busy job. But I thank you and your team, and, of course, the city of Poway for what you bring to arts and education for all the kids, certainly in our region, of course, and then for us folk who love to go and listen to some great music and great performances in an unbelievable venue. We can't support you enough. What's the website?
PowayOnStage.org.
That sounds good. Well, I'm looking forward to being a part of it again in 2024-25. I'll look forward to having you come back in, maybe right after the first couple shows have started, just to talk about how things are going and promote the rest of the season, if you are willing.
That sounds wonderful.
Very good. Sharlene O'Keefe, Executive Director of Poway OnStage. I'm Drew Schlosberg of Cloudcast Media. I've been listening to another edition of Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show. We are the nation's longest running community podcast, now in our 18th year, brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union for 6 decades, doing great things for people in San Diego County. We hope you enjoyed the show.
You've been listening to an episode of Drew Schlosberg's Spotlight on the Community Show, amplifying the voices of social impact organizations, entrepreneurs, local nonprofits, and other community champions who shape the culture, creativity, and connectivity of San Diego community. Brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union, bringing good things to San Diego for over 60 years. Learn more about what is good for you and good for all by visiting www.missionfed.com.
Cloudcast Media.